Dear participants, our external resource person will join us shortly, but I will request you to please thank you for your response. Good evening to everyone and welcome to the 5th International Workshop on Foundations of Statistical Analysis, Concept, Methods and Applications hosted by LKP Academy. We are delighted to have participants join us from different locations. To begin, I would invite Mr. J.G. Senthilkumar sir, Project Assistant, LKP Academy, to deliver the welcome address. Welcome, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, I am audible, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, sir, audible, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone present here. On behalf of LKP Academy and the Global Research and Development Professional Society, it is my great pleasure to extend a warm and cordial welcome to all the distinguished guests, respected resource persons, academicians, researchers, faculty members, students, and participants to the 5th International Workshop on Foundation of Statistical Analysis, Concepts, Methods, and Applications. We are truly delighted by your presence and interest in this academic event, which reflects a shared commitment to learning, research excellence, and knowledge dissemination. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. A. Punita, Assistant Professor of Mathematics Department, Wales Institute of Science, Technology and Advanced Studies, Chennai, for graciously accepting our invitation and for sharing her expertise and insights with us today. We are also thankful to all the participants who have joined us from various institutions and backgrounds. Once again, I warmly welcome you all and wish everyone a highly informative, engaging, and successful workshop. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words for setting the perfect tone for the today workshop. Moving ahead, it is now time for the most awaited segment of the program, the technical session. We are privileged to have with us Dr. A. Punita ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Wales Institute of Science, Technologies and Advanced Studies, Chennai. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the brief introduction. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, audible, ma'am.
My screen is visible.
Yeah, yes, ma'am, visible, ma'am.
Good evening to one and all present here. It's my pleasure to be a part in this workshop, and I'm going to uh, share you about the foundation of statistical analysis, concept, methods, and application. Mathematics versus statistics. So we all know that maths and also statistics. So these two are two different areas where the maths which deals with numbers, where the statistics is deals with facts and figures. Introduction to statistics. So statistics is generally used to mean quantitative aspects of data management. So here the subject which have the principles and the procedures to be followed, where the collection and the classification, summarization, and the meaningful interpretation will be given for such data what we have collected. And this discipline is useful in converting all the values random data is what we are collecting, that is the raw data, to understandable information, that is we are interpreting those informations to in a meaningful way, which we adopt some decision making ideas and the aids in strategic business decision making. Origin and meaning. So we all know that these are some basics, and the statistics it's an has its origin in Latin word which is status, that is a political state. So two senses of definitions or terms which is to be defined here is, one is plural sense and the other one is singular sense. Plural sense is where the meaning, where the broad idea which is which refers to the numerical statement of facts which is related to any field of inquiry, such as that is the data related to income, expenditure, population, etc. And the features are aggregation of facts. So the single number does not constitute statistics. So we all know that the collection of the data is to give the information and numerically expressed. So statistics are expressed in numbers, but the qualitative data like rich, poor, beautiful, big, etc. cannot be termed as statistics. All these are aesthetic in nature, then affected by multiple cases. So statistics is not impacted by only one factor, but the multiple of factors which influences the cases. Then reasonable accuracy. The degree of accuracy must be maintained while collecting a statistical data, then placed in relation to others. Such data in statistics which is mutually related and comparable, like weight and height and the expenditure and the income, this way. Predetermined purpose, the data collected without any purpose or randomly will only be a numerical value and not a statistics. Enumerated, estimated, as the data can either be collected by estimation, that is, the investigation is very vast. You can enumerate a smaller set of data to give the interpretation based on that small group. Then collected in systematic manner. So anyway, we have to collect the data by any tool which can be administered to the target population. Then you can collect the data. The collected data can be tabulated into a group and ungrouped to a group. And that tabulated data can be classified according to the nature of the data. Next one is the meaning in singular sense. This way we used in the books and all. So under this, statistics, it refers to the science in which we deals with the techniques and methods. So what kind of techniques we are adopting, and the method is, first thing is collection of data. Next you have to classify it, presenting, analyzing and interpreting the data. So in the meaning of statistical methods. So definition, it's a common definition. It is may be defined as a collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of the numerical data. So here also the features of this singular senses. First, collecting of data. So there are some stages in statistics which emerges collection of data. First, we have to decide how, where, when, what kind of data to be collected. So when we decide which kind of data to be collected, then we have to identify how we are going to collect, either by giving a questionnaire to collect the data or by field visit to collect the data. Any tool that we have to identify first. Next one is organization of data. So we have to organize those collected data to make it comparable and simple to give a prediction. Okay. It's presentation of a data to make the data intelligible, brief and attractive. Next is analysis of data to draw a conclusion, to get a solution for a particular action, research, what we are going to take. Analysis of data is required by different methods. We have two types of broad sense, descriptive analysis and inferential analysis is there. So we are using that. Then interpretation of data is comparison and conclusion in simple and easy language that will be easy to understand to all the peoples, those who are studying your interpretation. Here's some scope of statistics. The scope of statistics may be classified in the following three ways, three parts, which is nature, subject matter, and the limitation. So nature is the data which has some unique nature. Okay, so the study of this nature is to find whether the statistics is a science or an art. So it studies the statistical data. If it is art side, to make use of data to solve problems of real life. So we are just taking a problem in a brief sense, then we are giving them the interpretation to the broad sense. The next one is subject matter. Subject matter of the statistics is divided into two major parts. The first one is descriptive statistics. So in descriptive statistics, It describes the data and consists of methods and techniques to explain the characteristics of data. So, in descriptive statistics, we have graphical representation and also this measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, and finding the relationship between the variables is all comes under descriptive statistics. Next one is inferential statistics. So, in that, it deals with the methods which describes the characteristics of population or making a decision concerning that population on the basis of sample results. Okay, in this inferential statistics only, we have this t-test, f-test, chi-square, then normal distribution. Everything comes under this inferential statistics. Next, some of the limitations are there. Study of numerical facts. The statistics can only study such facts which can be expressed in numerical terms. Then study of aggregates only. The statistics studies only with the aggregates, not with the particular unit. Then not the only method. So there are so many methods to identify the data. Then homogeneity of a data. Quantitative data has to be consistent and homogeneous. Otherwise, it will not be possible to draw a conclusion. Then results are true only on average. Then without references, results may prove wrong. Circumstance and conditions under which conclusions are made have to be studied. Otherwise, the results may give wrong impression. Misuse of statistics is also possible. Then, so we are coming to a broad science of statistics, population, sample, descriptive statistics, statistical statistics, and family of distributions. So what do you call population? So here's some example is here, population and sample. So we are telling, so you are telling me, you want to survey an entire population instead of using a sample. Right? See, sample is, so this is your population and this is your sample. You are just picking some samples from the overall population. So this is a sample description. Then descriptive statistics. So this is central tendency. Descriptive statistics, we have central tendency, measures of dispersion, and measures of association and relationship, and that skewness and kurtosis. All these are in descriptive statistics. This is the basics in statistical analysis. Once we are completing this measures of central tendency, so you will get an idea of how the representation of a data is there in the overall population. Then statistical test. So statistical check, these are comes under inferential statistics. This is chi-square. So chi-square test is non-parametric test. So T, Z, F, and binomial test is parametrics. The family of distribution. See, in the pictures, we have some gradual peakedness and the slope graphs. Why hypothesis testing is needed? So, yes. Yes, why hypothesis testing? So a statistical method to make a decision using this data. So you have some alternative hypotheses here. This helps in validating the assumptions and theories. See, the images is one by one, the images are there. You just read the images. First one is alternative hypothesis. So testing if a new drug is effective. See, a rejection of this null hypothesis. An example I'm showing using the picture 5 minutes earlier, it was like that. Now, this is the data and the rejection of null hypothesis here. 5 minutes earlier, it was like that. I think it will be very easy to understand why the testing of hypothesis, what is alternative and what is null hypothesis. Null versus alternative hypothesis. See, always we used to denote a symbol H naught for null hypothesis. Assume no effects or differences. H1 is your alternative hypothesis. Assume the presence of effect. So the example here is H naught is mu equal to 60, H1 is mu not equal to 60. So this is the way we used to define the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis. There is an example here in the picture. See, null hypothesis, there is no relationship between gender and the choice to be vegan. And the alternate hypothesis is women are most likely than more men to go vegan. So any statement problem will be given based on T test, Z test, or F test. So you have to frame the null hypothesis first. After your calculation of the tabulated value and the calculated value, what you have arrived, then you have to come to a conclusion whether you are going to accept the null hypothesis or you are rejecting the null hypothesis. Is based on the type 1 and type 2 errors. See here the types of errors. So you have two types of errors always, type 1 error and type 2 error. So type 1 error is rejecting your null hypothesis when it is true, the false positive. Type 2 error is failing to reject H naught when it is false, that is false negative. See the image, the first in the first image it sets free, that is type 1. Is jailed, but he is innocent. The next one is type 2, that is your beta. See in the next image, it is guilt. So the truth and the verdict will coincide. Steps in hypothesis testing. 5 steps, that is the procedure to test hypothesis testing. First one is state null and alternate hypothesis first. So any problem will be given to you. It may be small sample or large sample. Is a single mean test or a ratio test, anything, the ANOVA or anything. First, you have to frame a null and the alternative hypothesis. The step 2 is set a level of significance. So you have to set a level of significance of 0.5 level or 0.1 level. Then step 3 is identifying the test statistics. Next. Fourth one is formulate a decision rule. Fifth one is take a sample, arrive at a decision. The last step is do not reject H0 or reject H0 and accept H1. So the statistical test, choosing a statistical test. So in this flow chart, how to choose a statistical test will be given. See here, the first one is the predictor variable. That is, you have to categorize or qualitative variables. Categorical or qualitative means if you're categorizing the variable, the outcome variable first you have to find out. Next, if you are going to adopt a non-parametric test or a parametric test, do a comparison mean of test. Next, how many groups are being compared, two-tailed or more than test. And how many outcome variables should be given? One is ANOVA, the next one is MANOVA. In qualitative, outcome variable to be categorized according based on this. This is logical regression and how many predictor variables must be there in in quantitative. Then one means simple regression, more than one means multiple regression. So this is the way you have to choose a statistical test. So this is the relationship between identifying the relationship between the variables. Correlation and regression analysis. It measures the strength and the direction of relationship between the variables is known to be correlation, and used to prediction and the trend analysis is known to be regression. So this correlation analysis and regression is commonly used in the descriptive statistics, whether it is going to be a large sample or a small sample. So statistical software tools are available. MS Excel and SPSS are programming, Python and MATLAB. So using this software, you can get the solutions for a collected data. So in Excel means you can use data tool pack to identify the regression analysis or descriptive analysis for a quantitative or a qualitative data. And SPSS, you all know that SPSS software is readily available software to get the prediction of all the data. This application of statistics. So we can use this statistical analysis for our academic research area and industries and quality control to predict their own business ideas and the healthcare. So in healthcare sector, the statistics are highly helpful for them to identify the facts. Then social sciences, this is also helpful for peoples, those who are in that sector, to get a prediction of that facts. So these are the key takeaways. That is the foundation of this statistics, which is more essential in that, and what are all the methods to be selection for that matter, and interpretation is also how the interpretation is critical to a particular data. So statistics bridges the data and decision making as well. Thank you for listening with patience. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. If the participants they have any queries, they can post their questions, ma'am.
Dear participants, any queries or any questions? Shall we conclude the session, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for an enlightening session. The clarity and the depth practical shared today have truly enriched all of us. As we move toward the conclusions of this program, it is the time to formally acknowledge and express our gratitude to everyone who contributed to the success of this workshop. I now invite Mr. S. Aravind sir, Project Manager, Department of Research and Development, IRIPA Society, LKP Academy, to deliver the vote of thanks. Welcome, sir.
Good evening to everyone. Respected, esteemed resource person, faculty members, participants, and colleagues, as we conclude the fifth international workshop on foundations of statistical analysis, concepts, methods, and applications, I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude on behalf of LKP Academy, the Global Research Development Professionals Society. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our esteemed resource person, Dr. A. Punita, Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Wells Institute of Science Technologies and Advanced Studies, Chennai, for her insightful and engaging session, which greatly benefited all participants, I hope. I also thank the management and organizing committee of LKP Academy for their guidance and support, the coordinators and the technical team for their dedicated efforts, and all participants for their active involvement. Thank you all. Once again, I thank you all for making this workshop a successful event. We look forward to your continued association with us. Thank you. Thank you to one and all.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to the end of the today program. We sincerely thanks all the participants for our participation and active engagement. We hope this workshop has been a valuable learning experience, and we look forward to our continued association with LKP Academy in our future academic and research. Thank you all. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Shall I leave?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.